Hi, it's Diana from DianaMarchand.com, and welcome to this video. I've done videos like this before, but I know I get questions on this all the time, and I hear concerns about this all the time, so I really wanted to do another video about it. And it is really about the frustration of the midlife weight gain, why it happens, and you could be at that point where you've tried everything, or you think you have, or you think, I'm eating really clean, like I can't lose this weight, and what should I be eating? It's the whole thing, like, I don't know what to do, right? You don't know what to do. And now I have been there. I went through it very young, but I went through that stage where I was gaining weight. I was a personal trainer, a yoga instructor. I thought I was eating really clean because over the years I'd cleaned up my diet so much, so much. And so I thought I was doing everything right. And then when the weight just came and wouldn't stop, and I was exercising and doing everything I thought was right, but obviously I realized things had to change. And that's the biggest part. That's the biggest thing that I really want to say, is that you're at an age now where things got to change. Your body is not working like it did in its 20s, 30s, and early 40s. It's not going to. It can be frustrating. Like, you can think, I worked out this many days a week, I did this, I worked so hard, I cleaned up my diet, and on and on. And then you could look at like 3-4 months down the road and had some results, but not as much as you thought, or not as much as you were used to. Like, it'll be like, oh my God, like that's it? That's all I've noticed? Or maybe you're somebody who was like me, who was active. I'd never had a weight problem before. Always been really slim, but I'd also eaten good and was very active, right? And so when it came, it was like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I've never been on a diet. I don't even know what to do with this weight gain. Like, I don't understand it. Why is it happening? And it hit me so hard because I didn't experience it. I'm very short. I'm only 5'2". So the thought of putting on 12 to 20 pounds, which is considered normal for this phase of life, I thought, oh my God, that can't happen to me. And so what it really took, and how to understand this, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about. So for me, at this phase of my life, the biggest thing was like, oh my God, I need to lose this weight. I cannot continue to gain. So it was like a switch in my head, and I was determined to do every single thing I could to stop the weight gain and to lose a bit of weight. I seriously was determined to do everything. It wasn't like, oh my God, it's going to be hard. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. No. I said, I will do whatever it takes. And I know not everybody's like that. I know that. I get it. You might be, maybe you're not. All I want you to realize is that things need to change. So if you're so concerned about the weight gain, which is what we're going to talk about in a minute too, if you're so focused on the weight gain, that's something you really hate, and you're like, it has to go, right? Then you need to do something probably different than you thought you'd really have to do. It's not the same as in your 20s and 30s. It is not. You do have to take different action. Like, you do have to eat differently. Things need to change. Now that can lead to resistance in you, where you're going, oh my God, it sounds so hard, it sounds so terrible. I don't know if I want to give up everything I love. Wrong attitude. It's not about giving up everything you love. It's about including huge amounts of really good foods. But I have to say, the things that if you do want to lose weight, have results in a certain amount of time, you need to give up the starches. You need to give up all the starches, the rice, the squashes, the lentils, the beans, or decrease them extremely a lot, right? So the breads, if you haven't gone gluten-free, go gluten-free. If you still consume lots of yogurts and dairies and all that, and cheeses, if you really want change, give it up. That's what it takes, right? But you can include huge amounts of really good food. It's not about taking away and not adding. That's the thing that I think people get, concerned about. What am I going to eat? So when I got to that point, I found raw food recipes. I searched the internet for gluten-free, dairy-free foods, right? Healthy. And I found raw foods. I didn't know about raw food recipes. I didn't really even know what it was. That to me was really good, tasty recipes that were gluten-free and dairy-free. Now, not everybody's willing to do something like that. I bought a dehydrator, all that. But the thing is that I saw something that I loved. I loved those foods. I began making them. I didn't feel deprived at all. I easily let go of the gluten, dairy, and other things in my life easily because I was enjoying the new foods so much. I did not miss those other things that made me feel heavy, bloated, tired, blah. Because when you start feeling better, you're eating new foods that really make you feel better, gain energy, decrease inflammation, make you feel like so much more amazing. You don't miss the junk. And when you go to eat that stuff, it's like, oh my God, oh, does it ever make me feel terrible? During perimenopause, you can have more digestive problems. You retain more water. You feel more tired and fatigued. You're so much more sensitive to certain foods. That is reality. That is happening. And so now the foods that don't serve you make you feel terrible. So once you release those and bring in more foods that make you feel really good, vibrant, energetic, all of that, you feel so much healthier. Plus, loving your food makes a huge difference. Now, for those of you that have tried really hard and think you're eating clean and think you're doing the right thing and have tried for 3 or 4 months and you haven't lost anything or haven't had as much results, it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer during this phase. I mean, I tell my story all the time of how I went down to 97 pounds, which was too light, but you guys, I was on a high raw diet for 1.5 years. It wasn't 3 weeks. It wasn't 5 months. I bet it was 6 months before I even noticed, wow, I'm slimming down. You see, because that, after a while, the eating the healthy foods, the trying the recipes, I became a raw food chef. I started teaching the classes. That became my passion. That became my focus, health. The focus was off weight then because I was enjoying what I was doing and I was so passionate about it. And so I put my focus on, oh my God, I love how I feel. I love the health. I want more of this. I want more good. So you see, I changed my focus on what I didn't want, which was weight. And I changed my focus to something like health and energy and feeling good. Doesn't that make sense? Especially when what you focus on expands. So if you are focused on your weight, if you are thinking about nothing but your weight, if you're so consumed with your weight, if every day you go, why aren't I losing weight? Why do I still have weight? Look at these ugly rolls. Look at how fat I look in this. Look at, I can't fit into my clothes. And you're all upset. Adds a lot of stress. Plus your focus is on something you don't want. So when you continually focus on something, you get more of it. Do you see what I mean? You get more of it. So you're actually getting more fat. You're actually getting more feeling horrible. Don't do that. You need to change your focus. You need to know what's really important in this phase of life, and that is health. Doesn't freaking matter about your weight, right? If you want to change it, you can. You can. You probably might need help and guidance though. Seriously. Because usually when I talk to women, I'll do a free call and they just go over what they eat in a day. I can pick out right away. I can pick out what the problem is. Most people aren't eating right, drinking right in the morning. Almost everybody. And that you think you are, probably not for this phase. And I can just pick out right away what the problem areas are. Absolutely no problem. I have no problem picking out. And when you make those shifts, so when women go through my programs, it's like, oh my God. I'm not even really feeling hungry. Why am I eating these types of things and my body's feeling so much better, but I'm not really hungry. I'm not craving the stuff I used to. And why is this? Because it's all about what you're eating. It's all, and drinking we're talking, and getting rid of the toxins and getting rid of the packaged food and getting rid of the preserved food and getting rid of some of the canned food with the preservatives and getting rid of the glutens, the breads, the pastries. Now, again, you're probably freaking out and going, oh my God, it's all about giving up stuff. No, it's not. It's about bringing in a whole bunch of good stuff and great tasting recipes. The thing is that you're probably just stuck because you don't know what you're supposed to eat. You haven't tried any of the different recipes. You're stuck in the same old because you're busy, right? And you get caught up in your life. And it's so hard trying to research recipes and trying to do this and trying to figure it out. And oh my God, what are these ingredients? I know it can be a lot. It can be too much. And it's funny because when our car starts breaking down, we take it to a mechanic to get fixed. We go to professional help. But we need to do that for your eating. If you're at a phase in your life when there's something that's not working, you're frustrated, you're not feeling good, it completely affects your health. You know that you're burnt out. You know that you're stressed. You know that you're gaining weight. You're feeling horrible. then you need to get help. I can't stress it enough. Doesn't mean you have to work with me. Find somebody or find something. But again, if you are going through this middle-age phase of life, I cannot stress it enough that a diet that you were able to do in your 20s and 30s may not work. So if you're going to somebody who is like this 26-year-old girl, sorry, you guys are great, but really you don't know what it's like to go through midlife, and you follow her way of eating, it may not work for you because you are not 26 anymore. There's very important things that are going on in your body, and the ways that stress affect you, the way that what's happening with the toxins build up in your body, what's happening with so many things. You are changing. You are changing, and it's time to make some changes, which can be a great thing because it doesn't even, literally, I talked to somebody and it's been a few days and she feels better. So we're not talking weeks, we're not talking months, that you begin to feel better. The great thing is when you change, you begin to feel better almost right away, right? The feeling, your body physically feels better, you feel better, your mental clarity, everything starts to feel better. When you put the focus on your health and you start eating and drinking the right things for you at this phase in your life. What else did I want to talk about? So definitely it's your thoughts. Remember, what are you focusing on? The hormones, of course, the hormones, right? So you're going through these hormonal changes. And of course, the hormones make a huge difference, you guys. When your ovaries produce less estrogen, what can produce estrogen is your adrenal glands. If your adrenal glands are stressed out and burnt out because you are under a lot of stress, you're under stress in your life, and then when the changes happen in your body, that's more stress to your body, so it's on overload. So your adrenal glands very often get burnt out, so you begin to get really tired and fatigued. Your adrenal glands can't produce the estrogen, so what can? Fat. Fat can produce the estrogen. Your body throws fat into your midsection, it starts producing estrogen. It's not going to stop putting that fat on if your adrenal glands are burnt out. So that means you need to handle the stress in your life. You need to handle the stress in your life. You need to let go of things. So it's really about the food, it's about the stress, and it's about your thoughts. So this phase of life, it's about working on your mind, body, and spirit. Very, very, very important. If you just pick one to work on, it's probably not going to be enough. And often people think, oh, I got to exercise like crazy. And that is actually not true for this phase of life, because stress is stress. So your exercise is stress for us. Yes, it's good stress, but over exercise is not good stress. And at this phase of life, when you have a stressful life, when you have stress going on in your body because of the changing in the hormones, things are shifting, and then you add a huge amount of exercise, you've just completely, way too much for your body to handle. Way too much. You will crash burnout. It will actually make you more tired and feel worse and gain more weight, because stress causes weight gain. Stress causes decrease in your immune system. Stress blunts hormone production. So then you need more fat to produce hormones. It does a whole bunch of things. Stress is one of the worst things for your body ever, right? It leads to toxic body, inflammation within the body, illness, disease, everything. Okay, so you got to get rid of that. But I know I'm ranting, and I know it sounded like a lot. It is about taking little steps and consistent things to start. That's what it's about. The little consistent behaviors and changes and shifts make the huge difference in your life, because it's not everything all at once, overwhelming, I give up. And that's when you try to do a lot on your own. You don't know what to do. You try to do too much. You try to handle too much, figure out too much. You don't let go of anything else in your life. So you're adding more stress to your life, more uncertainty. You keep gaining weight, you get frustrated, and the whole cycle just continues. And you can have a breakdown, like literally feel like you're going crazy and have a breakdown at this phase. A lot of women do. A lot of women end up on antidepressants. Just got to say, during this phase, it's like huge percentage of women on antidepressants, because doctors don't know what to do. They're not trained in this area. So if you feel you need help, if you need advice, if you need oh my God, is there anything like that, feel free to reach out to me. My site is dianamarchand.com. I have lots of videos on YouTube under Diana Marchand. My community on Facebook, Women Creating Healthy Lives, is a fantastic place for you to go for more free trainings, meal ideas, recipes, recipe videos. And I do lots and lots of stuff like this, shorter videos and stuff. So get there, join up, join the group. It's very supportive and it's a great group. And reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to me. I have programs too. Check out my site specifically for women going through what you're going through right now, this phase of life that'll fit you, not somebody in their 20s. You're not in your 20s anymore. Anyways, and I'm 53, just in case you're wondering. Take care. Reach out to me. Have a good day. Bye.